All right, kind of a two-part one this time for this Christmas project. It is another trivet, but it has a porcelain tile that is inlaid into it. So the trivet, the wooden part is cherry, and the trivet itself is a porcelain tile, very heat resistant. And this is not like you paint it and you burn off the paint. This is engraved into the porcelain tile, and I'll show you how to do that in this project. Makes a great gift. Let's get to it.
All right, kind of a fun one that requires some assembly, I guess. This is the file as you would receive it, and the black portion here would be the porcelain tile, and the red portion would be the piece of wood that the tile goes into, part of the trivet. So let's, kind of remember that. 750 thousandths thick, 3/4 of an inch, which is my standard. I'm just checking that. Okay. And here we go. So you'll have a piece, and this piece here is 7 by 7. Okay. You can change that to whatever you want, but I feel that the 7 by 7 works pretty good with a 6-inch tile. Since I don't make the tiles or cut the tiles at all, I just buy them. That's what I'm going with. There'll be a link for that somewhere in the description. In any case, let's go to the pocket for the tile. So this is our outside, and this right here is our pocket. So let's look at that pocket for tile. Okay, 250 deep. The tiles that I buy are about 300 thousandths thick, about 1/3 of an inch. And I want the tile to sit slightly proud of the wood. Because if you could put a big pan on there, big hot pan, big cast iron pan or something, I want that tile to hold that pan above the wood so you can't scorch your wood. It's all on the tile. So that's how I come up with the 1/4 inch deep. Okay. You'll also notice this is a pocket. We're going to pocket out that whole thing so that that tile sits down in there. Okay. And you might want to check the dimensions of this pocket for yourself for your particular tile. Okay, when you're buying stuff, I don't know how much those tiles may, if you get a 6-inch tile, is it 6 inches? Is it, 590? Is it 610? I don't know. Okay, so for mine, I use a 6.01. So my tiles are probably, the ones that I had on hand here, are probably exactly 6 inches. That wouldn't surprise me if yours are, but I don't know for sure. So check that dimension is what I'm telling you. All right, we'll do a conventional cut to cut that out of there. We're only going 1/4 inch deep, so I don't think that we'll need to ramp the plunge moves at all. Depending on your wood cutter situation, you may want to do that. I'm going to call it pocket for tile, and we will calculate that. Okay, so now let's take a look at that just for grins, and I want to preview visible toolpaths, not all of them. Okay, so as you can see, it does just cut a pocket. Something also to be said here, and I'll go over this more later, but since the tool we use is round, we can't get a sharp corner here, right? It's the radius of the tool that we're using. I'm using a small one, 6mm. You might be using something bigger. We will have to radius the corners of the tile to make that fit right. Now I'll get into that more in the machining part of it, but just to make you aware of that. Okay, so now let's do the outer profile. You can see it's the outer profile. This should all be pretty easy for you now. It's going all the way through. It's on the outside because it is the outer profile. I'm going to do a quick ramp on here like I always do, just to take it easy on my bits. And we'll call that outer profile. Okay, so there you go. That's the outer profile. Again, I will show you what this looks like. Preview the visible toolpaths. Okay, get rid of the outside here. So that's really the piece that we're machining. That's what it looks like. It's a square, 7 inches, and it's got this pocket to accept that tile. So that looks good. Okay, now you have to remember in this CAD that we are going to laser engrave that tile. Okay, so whether you want to do this in that or out of that or whatever, you know, since the laser doesn't touch the part, the tile itself, you know, I would do it in a separate separate file, and you don't have to clamp your tile down. Basically, you just set it there, find the middle of your tile, and then zero the laser to that. And I'll go into that in the shop section of this video, but that's the way I do it. So let us go to the laser. All right, couple of things here. A lot of guys want to use light burn. That's fine. They want to use a laser module from VCarve. That's all fine too. You know, I don't do it that way. I use just a regular profile toolpath, so it goes on the line and stuff. Something also weird about the VCarve software, especially the preview, is that it won't show you the laser. It'll show you the toolpaths, but it won't show you the laser. All right? So, you know, be aware of that. You have to look at it with the toolpaths. All right? So, mine, you know, the cut depth is 0.01. Why do I use that? Because of the way I have my laser set up, and I only want it to make one pass, and that's how I get it to make one pass. I'll select it, and I know that for me, I want to go laser, what I call laser slate. That is the slowest feed that I have, because I know from experience when I'm engraving these porcelain tiles that works good for me. I want to go right on the line. Okay, I don't want any tabs. We went over that. I don't want any ramps. We went over that. And I'll call that laser. This is laser, or I'll call it something like laser engraving. What if I put a space in there? Laser engraving. Okay, there we go. And then I'll calculate it. All right, so now if I reset the preview, that's what it's going to laser engrave. Watch what happens when I preview the toolpaths. It'll take out the toolpaths, and it'll show me what it's going to cut, but it won't show any of that. Don't freak out if you're doing this on the way that I'm doing it, and it doesn't show you that. This is just preview all toolpaths. Here we go. It didn't engrave it. There's nothing there. Yes, it did. It's just a quirk of the software that it did not show you that. Okay, so you know, the first time I did that, I chased my tail for a couple of minutes trying to figure out what was going on until I figured it out. All right, so that's it. All right, so take off all those toolpaths. There you have it. That's what it is. Remember again that we are going to save these toolpaths separately. The pocket and the outer profile are the same, so we can save those as a file with the 6mm, right? No tool change. But then we need to save the laser part separately. And when you do this, and I'll show you this, let's just save the laser part separately here. Make sure that your post-processor is correct. Again, light burn is going to be different. laser module is going to be different, but I have a post processor that I have set up for a laser. What does that do in my post processor? It takes away all the Z-axis movement. It just has the X and Y movement. Okay, so you know, something to be aware of on your post processor there. I'm not actually going to do this. I'm wondering how long this is going to take. I know that the laser moves quite slowly on the setting that I have it. This one's going to take a while. Let's just kind of see. So, with that said, let's get out there to the shop and cut the wood part and engrave the laser part.
All right, so the first step in the preparation of the tile is to make sure that it is absolutely clean. I wash these with Dawn dish soap and water, hot Dawn dish soap and water, so that it's absolutely clean. The second step is to paint it. I have found that the key ingredient in the spray paint that you want to use, if you want to use spray paint, is titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is used in the grand majority of white spray paints. It's not used in all of them, so look on the label, but it's in the grand majority. In my case, I'm just going to use this stuff because it's what's available around here. You can also use titanium dioxide. You can buy that on Amazon. It comes in like a powder. You mix it with water and you can paint that on. That works very well. I give it 2 coats. First coat's kind of light, second coat's kind of heavy. It is very important that you put these coats on as evenly as you can. If you get a thicker spot somewhere than other places, that'll show in the laser engraving part of it. So be careful, spend a little time. Numerous thin coats are better than one thick coat, but just get a very even coat. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll let them dry between coats, and we'll come back when we're ready to laser engrave it. Okay, I have the G-code loaded up in the machine here. As you can see, cycle time's a little over 29 minutes. I have this guy zeroed out so that the laser is starting right in the middle of that ceramic tile that we have painted, and it is of the proper height. I have my protective shades on, and we are going to hit the start button. Well, there you go. Looks pretty good. I'm going to take it inside and wash off the paint. There is paint on here yet, and then it becomes even crisper and more contrast to it. So let's do that. Okay, the wood part for the porcelain trivet is about 7 inches square. So what we'll do is we'll just cut this piece. This piece is what, 7.5 inches? What is it? 7 3/4. So we'll cut them a little big again, 7 3/4, just to make them square, and then we'll have some material to trim off. If I was batching these and I was making a whole bunch of them, I would cut them almost exact, just enough to sand off the edges. But I'm just making one, so I might as well go on the safe side. And since that porcelain trivet is only 7 inches square, and this is bigger than that, no glue up on this one. Here's the part of the video you guys have been waiting for, the part where I give you the free coupon code. Just go to the link in the description and it'll take you to the file page and check out like normal, and when it tries to charge you, just put in that coupon code and it'll be free. The only thing that I ask in return is that you subscribe to the channel. Subscription's free also. It doesn't cost you anything. Maybe, 2 seconds to click the button wherever it is. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, so we have this nicely engraved porcelain tile. Now we need to make the wooden holder with the pocket that it sits in. And this is that. And if you can see right down in here, I have it at the middle and sitting right on the top, so that's my 0 again. I come over here, I hit the 0 button, and it changes all these to 0. So I do that because that's the way we set it up. When we programmed it, we put the top of the part is the Z0 and the center of the part is the X and Y0. So all this is going to do is cut a pocket that's 1/4 inch deep and 6 inches by 6 inches. That piece of porcelain or that tile will sit in. And as you recall, when we programmed that depth at 1/4 inch, the tile will sit slightly proud of the wood, so the wood won't get scorched if you set anything heavy on it. So, let's fire it up. Again, I'm leaving the dust collection off just so you can see it. There you have it. We'll move this out of the way so you can see. And it just cut that pocket in there. Okay, so all I did here was sand the edges, put a sanded a radius on the corners here. That's really all I did. I broke these just a little bit. Those bits I use in the CNC router are very sharp, so that's a sharp edge there, and I broke that a little bit. Let's see how she fits here. That's just perfect. Just perfect. You can see I have a little bit of room in the corners just because of the radius of the cutter. And I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see it's just a little proud, that the porcelain sits just a little proud of the wood, so that when you lay a pan on here, it won't actually touch the wood. It'll just do the porcelain. Since this is kind of a high use item, I think that I will do that in a polyurethane. So this one was a cool one, kind of a multifaceted one. We got to use both the laser and the CNC with a cutter in it. I think it turned out fantastic. I like the fact that the porcelain tile is a little proud, so you never have to hit the wood on that. I do like the cherry. It's a nice wood to work with. The only thing that I think I struggle with a little bit is right down here in the corners, you can see it doesn't meet up exactly precisely. That has to do with the diameter of the bit I use, and you can never get an inside square corner unless you go in with a chisel, and I didn't want to do that. But I would pay a little more attention to that in the future. It gives you a nice deep engrave, and like I said, it is burned right into the tile. If you use that titanium dioxide or the spray paint that contains titanium dioxide, that really does set it off quite nice. I really like the way this one turned out. This one's a Happy Holidays one, not a Merry Christmas one for those of you that care. Let's move on to the next Christmas short project, and in the meantime, like and subscribe. That can be your Christmas present to me. Thanks again.